Tonight, Dr. Dan Purser will talk about testosterone. Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Purser. Dan Purser of D.com. Welcome to my Facebook Live. All you fun people follow me. Tonight we're talking about optimizing men's testosterone levels and why. Jackson, theme song, please.
Here we go.
What number one, have you been practicing that?
He just learned right now by ear.
What song? What was what's the theme song? Was that
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star?
I don't think so. Tell the audience what that thing is you were playing.
Oh, the kalimba here.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. Amazon.
This is a kalimba. We need to have a 24-piece kalimba marching band at Disney World one day, right?
That'd be
All
pretty
followers of me? I don't know. Sorry, that sounds weird.
Beautiful.
Okay, so was that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Sound like the theme from Star Wars.
cool. It was almost the theme from Star Wars.
We don't want. Will we get copyright violations?
Yeah, that's why I messed up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So to my left is Jackson over there, catty corner to me, and Brecken the mouthy one who sasses me to my left too. So what have you been doing all weekend, Brecken?
We've actually been building furniture all weekend for our new office. So
Oh, you guys have a new office?
we have a new office with you.
You're including me in the new office.
Yep.
I've only been by there once. I didn't know we had one.
Well, we do.
Yep, it's coming along.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving to a much bigger office because it's kind of a pre-condition for our biotech kind of thing, biopharmaceutical. Yeah, I get it. Okay, going big time. Not really, but okay.
Hey, what shirt are you wearing today? It's kind of hiding, huh?
BYU. I'm a BYU alumnus. They just hit the top 10 today in football. It probably won't last long, but I'll take it while I can. Wore the shirt. I'm going to wear it every day for until they get out of the top 10, which could be next week, but you never know.
Probably.
So let me give my medical quote of the week. I have forgotten the last few weeks to give a medical quote. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Antioxidants haven't failed medicine. It was medical research that failed to utilize antioxidants properly. So, who said that?
I don't know.
Any ideas?
You?
It's correct. I said that. Well, I'm going to say that in an upcoming book I'll write in a few years. I've already laying it out in my brain. So, for all the cool stuff we've invented and all the stuff we're getting patents on and going through, getting ready to take through the FDA and all that.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
That's way cool.
So, let's discuss the prizes tonight. I posted 2 questions the last few days, and the first, who said the answer in a comment, won the prize. Brecken, the number one question, I have it backwards in our script, but what's the number one question?
So the question that you first asked was, what was the oldest man?
No.
Oh, how old?
Nope.
What?
What is the most common and serious vitamin deficiency seen in men with low testosterone?
Oh, that's what you were talking about?
Yeah, I flipped them. Sorry.
Sorry.
Screwed that up. Or messed that up. Sorry. Can you?
Yes.
I don't think I said that word on Facebook. Okay. So who won that?
That was Vonda Flu. So
The Vonda
the
Flu.
Vonda Flu. I'll reach out to her and let her
Yeah,
know.
I already reached out to her, but you reach out to her
Good
again.
job.
Because I don't know
What
if
does
my
she
reach out
win?
does much. I don't know.
Okay, we'll
Look
figure
on
that
the
out.
book. I think it's my book.
Cool. Oh, your testosterone book.
Yeah, which
I
was
think it was
number
it.
one for several weeks on Amazon. Number one
Yeah.
book. Get that book. I told everyone to download it for this tonight. So, Vonda Flu won. She was the first one to say B12. Everyone thought it was zinc. Zinc's a really good answer, but B12 is a lot more common, and everyone who has low B12 has low testosterone. Every man, women too.
Oh, Vonda's here. She said, yay.
Good job, Vonda.
She's here.
Vonda is hopefully she's a fan. Okay, so so the second one was how old is the oldest man whose labs I've seen with a totally stone cold normal testosterone
Which was
level.
what?
His total testosterone was 1,250.
Wow.
Not on anything. He looked like he was 50. He probably felt like it too. And he was in St. Louis, and he was 85. So I'm not a believer in menopause. Haven't been for years. And your thoughts on that, Brecken?
What's my thought supposed to
Never
be?
mind. Okay. So you know I don't believe in menopause.
Well, you just said that.
Yeah, but you're supposed to
You've been saying that for years, though. I know the whole time I've been working in this business, you've been...
I know everyone talks about it. Doctors are always talking about it, but it's faulty reasoning. Over a large population, men will decrease their testosterone due to pituitary trauma, due to vitamin deficiencies, but there's no natural occurrence of menopause. You don't just naturally go into menopause.
Yeah.
I've seen an 85-year-old with a normal level. I've seen tons of guys in their 60s and 70s with normal levels, not on anything. I've probably seen 20 people, so older than 60, 20 men with normal testosterone levels. So,
What's the youngest you've seen with the worst level?
17, who'd been a big-time football player in Salt Lake, and got a concussion and killed his pituitary. His was like 100,
Wow.
which is really low.
That's really low. Poor kid.
So,
Well,
go ahead.
to go back to like that question you first asked about the vitamin. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry.
Rolling along. Yeah, I did have a #1 best-selling book about this. You guys should download it. So we're going to discuss optimizing men's testosterone levels. So go ahead and ask me the questions that you want to ask. The ones you made a whole list of, and you're going to ask me.
Do you want questions right now or afterwards?
The questions that are in the script, Brecken.
Well, my
dork.
question just says the what. You're reading it. He has a script, and it's kind of janky today. I'll admit
not
that.
janky.
I'll admit today.
My name is Danny.
This
You're
hasn't been
janky.
your best script today.
Oh, well, I was going to say, do you know we're going to use the Socratic method of teaching?
Which is what? I don't know.
Socrates used this question and answer method of teaching. So that's what we've been doing lately. So you're not even following the script. You don't even know where we are.
Well, when was the Socratic? So how do you say it?
Socratic method.
Socratic method. When was it discovered? What does that even mean?
When was it? When did he figure it out? He was a Greek teacher, 440 BC, 440 years before Christ.
Wow.
About. So, okay, well, start asking me more questions.
Okay. Well, why don't we just dive into testosterone instead?
Good, that's what I want
Okay,
you to
cool.
do.
Why don't you name some of the more common symptoms you see caused by low testosterone in men?
They can have hot flashes, fatigue, muscle weakness, exhaustion, ED. A lot of young guys will say they have ED and they're being treated for ED. It's just, no, they don't have ED. They have low testosterone. They have a vitamin deficiency or something else causing that. It's not magical. Migraines, muscle aches and pains, stuff like that. Definitely depression is a big time side effect of having low testosterone.
Yeah. What would you consider low testosterone technically on the medical lab side?
So you got three ranges. You got mildly low testosterone level, moderately low level, and severely low. Below 800 is mildly low. Below 600 is moderately low. Below 400 is severely low.
Wow.
Those are total testosterone levels. And then most of the guys I see have, most, not all, have severely low levels. They're like, it's 225 or 250. My doctor put me on testosterone. And my next question is, what did he tell you was the cause of your low testosterone? I always ask why. And they're like, wow, I never thought of that. He didn't tell me why.
It's just sad. That's too bad.
So you need to know the reason why you have low testosterone. Don't just let them start sticking a needle in your butt and calling you happy. Sorry, that's a bad doctor joke. Okay, bad dad joke and doctor
What
joke.
would you
Weird
consider?
imagery.
What would you consider too high?
I don't know. I've seen young football players in college with levels of 1,400. Natural, of course. They're not taking anything. These are Division I players and big guys. So I don't know. Probably above 1,200 if I'm treating them. But then there's that 85er guy at the 1,250. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. So why does it cause like the symptoms you mentioned earlier? I've never heard you say hot flashes before for testosterone.
I don't see that very often, but
Okay.
yeah, it can happen.
Interesting. But why are those caused? And what makes people so tired and depressed when they're low?
So the reason they get tired and depressed is probably because they have vitamin deficiencies causing the low testosterone. But low testosterone in and of itself will make you tired and depressed. Lack of those hormones are critical. Men need that to be happy, to be calm. Oh, anxiety is another thing I see with low testosterone
Yeah, a
level.
lot.
Yeah. So they could have anxiety and just be miserable souls. Walking around, they'll be grouchy, they'll be anxious and depressed. It's not high testosterone that causes anxiety. It's low testosterone that causes it.
It makes sense. What diseases are associated with low testosterone?
Certainly cardiovascular diseases, ED. It's really not ED. It's
What
just
is ED? Because I saw that comment.
erectile dysfunction. So men think they have it from because they're clogged or something like that. I'm like, no, you have low testosterone. That'll cause it. So ED, depression, definitely cardiovascular disease, muscle wasting, the fatigue. It puts you at higher risk for arthralgias and arthritis and osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, and osteopenia in men is definitely caused by low testosterone and vitamin deficiencies. And there's probably several others, but I'm just thinking offhand, that's what I can come up with.
And those were the causes?
Low testosterone is the cause. Well, is low testosterone really the cause?
Yeah. Like,
There's a deeper cause that caused the low testosterone.
and what is that?
I see
In men, specifically.
3 or 4 things. I always try and rule out pituitary damage or testicular damage. Men know when that's happened, but pituitary damage is a little iffy because a lot of men have been knocked out. But I can get that with a fasting IGF-1. If the IGF-1's good, then they probably don't have pituitary damage. But I would also... Vitamin deficiencies are such a common cause of hypogonadism or low testosterone in men that you've got to rule that out first. You've got to make sure it's not low vitamins like B12, zinc, folate, pantothenate. I know a lot of you think D3 that does cause a little bit on the effect of testosterone, but not like B12 or zinc does. So.
Gotcha. What's the top cause you see that causes low testosterone?
Vitamin deficiencies.
And would that be the B12?
Yep.
Or
B12 is easily number one of all those, followed by pantothenate, followed by serine, followed by zinc. Probably zinc is number 2, actually. So
that's starting to sound familiar.
Yeah.
All those deficiencies.
yeah,
If you guys have watched our past ones, you might pick up on
yeah. The
something.
last one, the one we did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what causes those vitamin deficiencies?
Usually some genetic error like MTHFR. That's why I'm always doing that. Genetic testing to see how bad or what levels of MTHFR you have and what other genetic errors you have. I'm always looking to try and figure that out. Because you find that out, then you can give them a different kind of supplementation to get around those errors.
Yeah. How does like MTHFR or other genetic errors cause low testosterone?
They block your ability to utilize or absorb B12, folate, pantothenate, zinc, things like that, serine, or you don't use them properly in the streams where you should. So going from B12 to testosterone, because you need B12 to make testosterone, if you have MTHFR, it just won't be utilized correctly, and the pathway will be screwed up from the B12 to the formation of testosterone
Wow.
because of the genetic errors.
That's crazy how it all connects. So remind me again. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, what's our key phrase that we always say?
Good nutrition in equals
Yeah,
good
good nutrition equals good
hormones.
hormones out. Yeah, it's why we ultimately look for that. It's much easier and cheaper and much, much better for men to take some vitamins because they feel better overall. Their testosterone level comes up. It may take 6 months to 18 months to get their level back up, but and they get really happy, and then they don't need some doctor looking over their shoulder. They check a testosterone level every once in a while. They can use that Direct Labs on our website and just go there and get a free and total testosterone and see where they're at. If you're wondering if your boyfriend or husband or whoever has low testosterone, go to Direct Labs link on our danpursermd.com page under testing.
Yep.
And hang on, I'm reading back and forth. Sorry. And look and get a free and total testosterone level. Super cheap. They'll have They have 1,300 draw sites nationwide. They'll have one near you. Go get it.
Yeah.
You'll know instead of sitting here wondering, does your husband, son, or whoever, boyfriend, whoever, have low testosterone or not? Go check it and see. If they're at 280 or 420 or 485 or 530, they're low.
That's not normal.
Yeah, don't worry about the free, but you got to get them together. It's cheaper to run the test together than to stop the machine and just run a total. So I know it's a weird thing, but get the free and total testosterone.
Well, and like you said with the vitamin, like with MTHFR, not only is this going to help boost their testosterone, it's going to help all the other issues that come along with MTHFR, and that will just all around make them feel better.
Right. Now you know why I'm always saying master formula for your husband if you're young living, or maybe, I don't know, one of the Thorne products if you're not young living for your man. And if that doesn't improve his sexuality and testosterone, we can dig deeper. We can figure it out. SpectraCell, genetic testing, and get around it. But you can track those testosterone levels. They're super easy. You do not need a doctor's order to use Direct Labs. Go. You need a credit card to use Direct Labs. Pay with your credit card. It's dirt cheap, and they'll have 3 draw sites near you somewhere, unless you're in the middle of Texas or
Direct Labs,
Utah.
is it in Canada?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
believe so either.
It's domestic U.S., I want to say.
So
And it won't work in New York.
can't use Direct Labs there.
No.
Is
right?
New York has all these
Yeah.
hideous laws.
I know. I've been trying to work with someone with New
Go
York.
to
and it's just-
Yeah. Go to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's what I've had a couple people drive.
Yeah, drive somewhere and get it done.
Going back to MTHFR, kind of as a reminder with last week, how do you treat MTHFR with an emphasis on testosterone? You kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I make sure. Well, SpectraCell helps guide me. Definitely helps guide me. Gives me the real hardcore roadmap. But if I just know they have MTHFR, I'm going to suggest maybe they start with our MTHFR Renew, 1 a day for a week, 2 a day for a week. Keep going up until they overmethylate. They should feel better, have more energy. Keeping in mind that your testosterone level takes months to come back up. It's taking you years to get there, but we're talking about months to get it back going. And so get that done, get on there, and then once you get to your MTHFR Endure level, kind of start switching them out for the Renew, because you'll like that more long-term, harder to overmethylate on our...
Indoor.
Oh, yeah, Endure. So once you get the Renew up there, switch to our Endure. Sorry about that, screwed that up. Also, man, use the Endure at that point. Most of you guys with MTHFR are really going to like our Endure. Most of you will love it. So
I love it.
It's a complete supplement that deals with all the issues involved with MTHFR. If it doesn't work, the Renew will.
Yep.
So we need to know exactly what we're treating and why. It's critical that we know this information. If you try to run it master formula or some Thorne like throwing a basic 2 a day, and it doesn't work. So the first thing I'll do, you need to get the direct labs testing with the free and total testosterone, get your doctor to do it. Probably easier and cheaper just to use direct labs. They're dirt cheap. They're cheaper than I can do it in my office.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, and then go with that result if it's low. Next, get a spectrum. So you might as well get it. I'm gonna tell you to get it from our website. Our front office staff can help you with that. 801-796-7667 or email us at info@danpursermd.com and ask for a SpectraCell. We'll tell you how to do it. You basically will send you a script to have it drawn locally, or someone in your downline or upline if you're with Young Living or doTERRA or someone. And you know a nurse, or you have a nurse in your family, or someone in your family can draw blood, or your doctor's office will do it. Take my advice: when you have that prescription and you're going into some random lab to get it drawn, they have no reason to draw it. But unless you attach a $20 bill as a tip to the back of that, I would also include a giant cookie like from Crumble or I don't know where Crumble is. They're here in Utah, but
They're spreading all over the nation.
okay, something like that, a giant Crumble cookie wrapped up for them. They'll be more than happy to draw your blood.
Stacy on here also recommended if you know a nurse or know someone that does phlebotomy or something, try to reach out to them too. Maybe they can draw for you.
That's what I said a second ago.
Oh, yeah.
Family,
Read the
friends,
comments.
neighbors, whatever. So it's easy to get that done. We've had one who couldn't get it done. We just gave her money back.
We had someone who went to their vet.
Oh, yeah.
That works.
Thing.
Vets can draw a Chihuahua. They can draw you. So get the SpectraCell done. It takes a couple weeks to get the results back. And we'll call you and tell you when the results are back. Then they'll also, but if you call us when you get the SpectraCell, or when you order we'll set your time up then, because I'm full for 6 weeks, 7 weeks out.
He's about 7 weeks out right now, so book now.
Saying that, we're going to hire a medical assistant or nurse practitioner or someone we're contemplating how to do that and when to do that, so they can help go over test results or handle the more minor things. Like, you have a B12 deficiency. Dr. Purser's been treating you. How do you feel? And stuff like that. Instead of me having to do all that. But it's me doing all that right now.
He looks at every lab, looks at every...
I will do it anyway. So.
Yeah, he always will.
So I might, after looking at your SpectraCell result and talking to you, suggest a foundation methylation genetics test. If you're having a lot of anxiety, I might suggest for you or you if you're the patient, or your husband or boyfriend if they're the patient. I might suggest a Pro7 because it really helps figure out anxiety. That's a massively good test for people with anxiety. So I'd say you can get an 80 or 90% improvement on average from what I've seen so far, which is supplementation, because you're dealing with the genetic errors.
What do those genetic tests look at?
Like ATG 1601 or GAD1 errors or H5-HTP errors that cause anxiety.
Gotcha.
And they're really common. Everyone who has bad anxiety, a lifetime of bad anxiety, when we do those tests, they've got two or three or all three of the genetic errors that cause bad anxiety.
Yeah. Someone commented this and I just double checked. But on Direct Labs, the free and total testosterone is their test of the month, and it's only $54.
Cheap.
That's cheaper than we get it.
Yeah,
at
I think we
cost.
pay 80 something for it.
Yeah, so that's amazing.
$54 Direct Labs for this month, which is almost out. Yep. So call tomorrow and get that set up.
Or you can do it online.
Or do it tonight. Well, yeah, or do it online. They'll send you to a lab near you.
Yep.
And you just go over there. You have it drawn. It's easy. Don't be scared of needles like I am. Okay, sorry.
Are you scared of needles?
No.
I've never seen you get your blood drawn. No, I have, actually. He's drawn my blood.
I'm scared of needles when they're poking them in my eye.
That happens often.
It's horrible.
Do you ever treat with like actual prescription testosterone?
Rarely. I will if they're really low and they're really suffering. I'll step in. I will, but I'll do it as a last resort usually. When nothing else has worked, when we've tried everything, there's probably some underlying damage somewhere, that we just can't figure out. Yeah, stuff like that. I will treat eventually.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Well, the guys think they just want me to do it now. I'm just like, no, we need to figure out what's going on with you first. You're 23. I'm not going to give you testosterone now. Please, it's not going to work. And I'm going on a date Thursday night. I'm like, I don't care what you're doing. I'm not going to give it to you and shrink up your gonads and all that. Sorry. Can I say that on Facebook?
I don't know why you can't.
Well, because it's doctor joking. Okay. So now you know how to get the testing. What testing to get? It's simple. 3 things. Free and total test from direct labs. If it's low, then a SpectraCell. And if that shows a certain pattern like zinc, let me back up. B12, folate, pantothenate, serine deficiencies, any 3 of those 4 or 2 of those 4, I would get a foundation methylation. If you're having anxiety, get a Pro 7. Then somewhere in there we'll talk. We'll figure it out. I'll help you guide you through it, and then your testosterone spends the next 6 months coming up. Your energy comes up a lot. It takes 100 days to change those intracellular vitamin deficiencies. Think about that. And then you got another 3 to 6 months after that, maybe a year, for your levels to come up according to how low they are. So, but you feel great, and pretty soon you start to feel really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we answer some questions?
Answer some questions.
Cool. What B12 do you recommend for people or to take?
So there are 4 or 5 kinds of B12. Let's see. There's cyanocobalamin, which I almost never recommend. Rarely, I will occasionally, but under really specific conditions. Cyanocobalamin is made with cyanide, and most of the people with MTHFR cannot tolerate it at all. It makes them sick, hurts them. It's toxic. They already have problems clearing toxicities, so I rarely use that. Methyl B12 most commonly, and injectable B12, I use methyl B12, but there's also hydroxy B12 and adenosine B12. When you do a B12 serum level or a B12 SpectraCell level, you can't tell what it's seeing. Which forms of that B12 is it seeing? So that's why we need the genetic information to go, and what in your medical history going. What have you taken for all these years? What's going on here? You know. But if it's intracellular, then you're taking the right thing. If you got a good intracellular level, something's right. But serum levels, just I don't even know what to do with those.
Well,
you
a
can't
lot
tell.
of the
They
time,
mean nothing.
Don't people have really high B12 levels floating around in their body?
Always.
Because they're not
Almost
absorbing
always.
it, right?
They're not absorbing it into their cells because of their genetics.
It's just getting blocked.
Right, and it's uncomfortable to have all that B12 in there.
I was going to mention very similar to like fibromyalgia with copper, too much free floating copper and other
So
things.
should we phlebotomize them with leeches?
That's always an
Why
option,
do you
yeah.
always want leeches?
We have leeches in our
I
fridge in the
know.
office.
We're not moving them with
We have
us.
leeches.
We'll have a special leech fridge at our new office.
A mini fridge.
We're going to have a leech fridge at the new office.
Uh-huh.
No.
So have you guys been training them? Because I see them doing loops. They'll do loops where you put your finger
I
up
thought
against
you
the
were
glass.
talking about.
They're going crazy. They want to get to your finger.
Are they in water?
Yeah, swamp water.
Yeah,
we have to
yeah,
get
yeah.
the sterile swamp water.
Sterile swamp water.
It's,
That's an oxymoron right there.
it's sterile swamp water the leeches live in.
It's like Shrek.
They'd not feel at home and they'd be sad without their. And all the new staff, we make them feed the leeches. That's your job. When you're the newest person, you got to stick your hand in the jar for 1 hour.
For 1 hour.
Hey, real quick, I've seen a lot of people asking about Super B from Young Living as an option.
Gary and I designed that for people with MTHFR. It's a good option. It's a great option. It's not as targeted as, say, MTHFR or MTHFR Renew or Endure. Those are really targeted with amino acids and everything that you need. But Super B, I'm the guy who kind of put that together on the when we reformulated it. So it's a great option. I suggest it all the time. Mm-hmm. You'll know, and if you like it, if you're taking 1 a day and you like it, try 2 a day. If you like that even more, try 3 a day. Keep going up again until you overmethylate. Some people, it's just like our MTHFR Endure Renew. Some people can't tolerate even 1 a day. Who knows why?
Yeah.
Well, that was my question. Did you know why?
No, I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I was hoping you'd answer.
I have an educated guess. Not really.
There's probably something in there, B6 or something that's bothering them.
Something. Was it glutamine bothers people sometimes?
The glutamine, that's why we removed it from our MTHFR.
Plus.
No.
But indoor now.
Indoor.
Well, we never even had it in indoor, so. Do you see leaky gut with anxiety and low testosterone?
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I know why.
Why?
B12 deficiency.
They have a bad B12 deficiency, or usually some B vitamin, but almost always B12. It will give you the appearance of it will cause leaky gut. Low B12, leaky gut. They'll even get a gastroparesis, idiopathic gastroparesis. They'll also lose intrinsic factor. They cannot digest food properly. They have all kinds of gut problems. You kind of were that way, weren't you?
I actually was. And, we look back at what I am now, and, wow, that didn't make sense at all. When I was a kid, I was always sick. And as a teenager, my stomach always hurt. And then when we got my SpectraCell and I had severe B12 deficiency, started taking adenosine hydroxy myself, and I haven't had any of those same issues.
Right. If you have a COMT error, that's when you take homozygous COMT error. Yeah, you guys, you and your mom have a lot of those. That's why you take adenosine hydroxy B12.
Love it.
And you will love it. Yeah, exactly.
I really like the Endure because it has the hydroxy, right?
Right.
Hydroxy B12.
Yeah, I think it's why your mom likes it too.
So someone asked, I don't know how to say that word, paresthesias?
Paresthesias.
Yeah, is that related to...
Yes, B12 deficiency. I see wandering paresthesias all the time.
So is that related to low testosterone?
Yeah, if the guy has a B12 deficiency or folate deficiency.
Gotcha.
I call them wandering paresthesias. They'll have it in their hand for a few days, then they'll have it in their ankle, they'll have it in their knee, they'll have it in their thigh, they'll have it in their back, they'll have it... It's like, what is going on? They go to neurologists, they're like, I don't know what's going on. If it's 1912, and that neurologist would go, yeah, you have a B12 deficiency. That's a wandering paresthesia. So anyway, that term's not even used anymore. I don't even know if you can find it on Google, but that's what they called it. So and it's from B12 deficiency.
Makes sense. Is the Pro7 genetic test, when dealing with anxiety, only good for men, or can it be good for women?
No, for women too.
And children?
Yeah, so before the thing hit, I can't say it or they'll shut down our Facebook Live. They're just that way, Nazis. Okay, so before that hit, even now I get parents who Zoom with me. We go through the Pro7, and I got them on how to help their college student, because BYU's biased with 50,000 students. Utah Valley University with 38,000, so there's 88,000, and the University of Utah is not that far away with 40,000. So you're talking 128,000 students. And parents were always bringing their kids in going, I'm paying $20,000 a year, $25,000 a year for Bobby here to go to college. And he won't leave his room. He has social anxiety. He won't get out from under his bed. He's hiding in his closet. And they're like, and everyone at this university comes out of the closet except for my son, who's too scared to even go take a test to come out of the closet. But anyway, bad joke. That's what the parents say. That's kind of a bad parent joke. But no, it's not BYU for sure. Weird.
Yeah.
So
Pro7's a great option.
Yeah, that's where you want to get the Pro7, and it's so it's stunningly easy on most of these kids to help them get a big, dramatic decrease in their anxiety level. I cannot make it go away. I can't make the genetics go away. I can't completely get rid of the anxiety. But like some of my patients say, they call it background noise of anxiety. And but it lowers the background noise of anxiety 80 or 90%. It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's amazing.
Yep.
So if someone had pituitary damage or trauma, is that when you would prescribe testosterone, or do you think the more natural way would work, like giving them vitamins?
No, vitamins aren't going to heal that
so it would
pituitary. No, but I probably use HCG. It's really hard to get right now for a number of reasons. Wonder what everyone's doing with their they're all caged up. Anyway, yeah, we know what they're doing with the HCG. Okay, so
what are they doing?
I'm not saying it.
Okay, I'll ask you after.
His families listen to this.
I don't know.
But in a younger man, especially, I'd use HCG. Or I get a lot of ex-pro football players come to see me because we're involved with the NFL Players Association study And yeah, I use a lot of HCG. It's just really hard to get right now.
What do you do for men over 70 with low testosterone?
Same thing. Same thing.
Doesn't matter what age.
Doesn't matter. Well, under 20, you're going to handle them a lot differently.
How come?
Because they're under 20 and
Just different?
you got to find out what's going on, yeah.
Gotcha. Vonda Blue said, there's a lot of swamps here in Louisiana. I just think that's funny. I love reading your guys' comments.
Vonda, can you send us some leeches?
No.
Just a bucket of them, go out and scoop them up. We use them my partner uses them in hand surgery.
So it's not us who's using them.
No,
Why have
I'm
I
just
been
using
sticking my
them
hand
out.
in there every week?
Because it's funny.
I'm joking.
We laugh at you.
I'm joking.
Behind your back, we're laughing.
How do you know if you're overmethylating on B12 or B vitamins?
You get really sleepy. Most people get really sleepy. Like you took 5 or 3 Dramamine that morning. I mean, it's catastrophic. It's like, is that about right? Have you overmethylated?
Yeah. Yeah, I have
It was
overmethylated.
like,
That's not how I felt. Not drooling almost.
that's how I felt. I took 5 naps that day and it wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, you can feel really tired, anxious.
You need to watch for overmethylation on these. You guys can do it really easily. That means all your B vitamins are full. Woo! We finally filled them after years of not being full, so you'll feel better, amazing, incredible, and then yeah, that happens again.
I keep seeing this question, but what's the biggest cause that's causing a B12 deficiency?
MTHFR.
Gotcha.
Lack of ability. There's several methylation errors that cause lack of ability to absorb B12 at a cellular level.
Can taking B vitamins cause you trouble sleeping?
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Back off. Take the right kind. Take the right ones.
Yeah.
You're causing anxiety when you take way too much of them. You're probably bordering on overmethylating.
Oh, that's been popping up a lot too. Did we already talk about that? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I've been in the comments. Sorry.
Yeah, he just talked about it. That's why he
Oh
was
my
making
gosh,
that.
I sound like a dinosaur.
I'm watching the stream live. That's why I'm on the 2-minute delay.
Benadryl.
Oh yeah, he does have headphones on listening.
A dinosaur on Benadryl.
A dinosaur on Benadryl. Let's see. Once again,
Well,
what,
that's the way I felt, especially with my little short arms, and I felt like a T-Rex on
your little
Jeremiah.
T-Rex?
little T-Rex arms.
That's really funny.
You know, they think the squirrel evolved from the T-Rex.
What?
They're kind of built the same way.
Oh yeah,
Squirrels smaller.
I can see it.
There were giant swamp squirrels.
Called spamsters.
Oh, no,
You can
not
hear about
this
those
again.
another day.
They were not. They were not called spamsters. They're just swamp squirrels.
Swamp squirrels. That sounds like what a spamster would be
Giant
called.
killer swamp squirrels. Bonda probably seen them. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just trying to see. I'm getting kind of the same question. So, just as a reminder, guys, it's always recorded. You can always watch it again.
Even the bad jokes, I tell.
Yeah, you get to suffer through those again.
The
Just
giant
kidding.
swamp squirrel of Louisiana.
You can watch this on Facebook again, YouTube. He's just dying tonight. And we also have a podcast so that you can listen to it on Spotify and
Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can
Hey,
listen
please
to
leave
this.
reviews too. It helps pay it
The
forward. Thank
podcast
you.
is called Chats with Dr.
Oh, you
We
Purser.
do all these for free, and
He just likes to
and
hang
the
out with
reviews
us.
really help draw more people into our fold. Well, that's not, you can say I joke about weird stuff, but I'm still a good doctor. So.
I've actually seen a review like that before. He said, kind of funny guy, good doctor though. That was me. I left that review. Just kidding. But yeah, you want to wrap up?
Okay. Wait, how long have we got tonight?
We're at 40 minutes almost.
Wow, that's about right, so we don't bore you guys to death. Okay, besides the giant swamp squirrel nightmares you're all going to have. Well, I will. If your man you think he has low testosterone, remember, go to Direct Labs on our website, super easy, cheap, and they'll have some draw site or 2 or 3 near you can go to. You just pay with the credit card for $54.
Yep, this month. So order it this week.
Yeah, get it quick.
Free and total testosterone.
Yeah, free and total testosterone test of the month. Thank you, Vonda. Was that Vonda who told us?
No, it was someone else.
Oh, okay. Whoever that someone else was, thank you so much. Hat tip. Also, if it's low, if it's below 800, we should talk. If it's way below 800, like below 400, we should definitely talk. So, and testosterone cypionate injections are not the first option, but the very, very last option. So are pellets. So, okay, I love all of you. Thank you. God bless. Go in good health. And remember, 2 weeks, we're going to talk about, what are we talking about?
Osteopenia, right?
Osteopenia, osteoporosis in men and women. Ciao. That's Brazilian for bye.